Hello everyone, it's about 3:30 in the morning on June 29th GMT time when I started recording. Take a look at Forex for the week, which is going to be pretty tricky given all the news that's happening this week and the holidays, and it can be a good week for either sitting on the sidelines doing something else or trying to test something out. We'll see if there's any good setups early in the week, but with the Greek situation, could be some tough markets. Start with pound New Zealand dollar. You can see that I've got a fib here on the daily. This is from last month's low to this month's high. Looks like we are struggling at the strange super convergence zone that I had, which is kind of turning out to be a top area for a price. And I'm going to look for bigger pullbacks this week, as we are forming a top area. The area that I'm interested in is 2.2, which is right in here. So you see we have midterm fib, our 38.2% fib from the daily. So that's normally a fib level higher than where I look to start trading from, but it's such a large move on the daily. And we do have the 200 here. We have a lot of confluence in this area to look for longs from. Okay, pound CAD. I have a fib from this month's low to the high, and I'll be looking for a bounce off of the 191 area, which is going to coincide with close to the daily 55, which is generally where we've been finding support. Dynamic support when price has been bouncing is going to be right in the middle of this path of the 4-hour 200 and the daily 55. And it's pound odd. You can see that the fib is from just last week, different from other pound pairs, and we did have a move down with the Greek news, which we'll see is more dramatic on some of the other pairs. We started to move back up already, and normally I'd be looking for around MR1 and the 4-hour 55, but we haven't really established the 4-hour 55 as a good place to trade off of since we broke the last horizontal support and resistance level, which is here. You can see prior to that, we had a couple bounces off the 55, but it's been kind of messy. So really, we're still, we haven't moved too far above the highs here. So I'm going to be looking for a pullback back down to the midterm fib here, basically this horizontal support and resistance area for a trade for long. And pound yen. I have the fib here is from this month's low to high. You can see we've gapped on the yen pairs. I'm going to look for a continued move back up towards closing the gap, but I think we're probably in for some more short side pressure on the yen pairs. Just speculation at the moment from the news. If that does happen, what I'm going to be looking for is a long from the 190.50 area. So from around the 4-hour 200 down to WS1 for support and form in that area for a move back up. And last of the pound pairs, pound USD. This is from last month's low to high tip here, and of course we have the two daily EMAs sitting just below 155. So I will look for a pullback to that area, which you can see is the 50% fib, and look for a long from there. All right, this is odd yen fib last week. High to the current low. You can see that we already closed the gap here and have started to move down again already. I am going to look for another run back up at 94.50. As long as 94.50 can hold, that should be a good place to take a short from. AUD USD, we have pretty much the same thing as AUD Yen, only it looks a bit messier. So AUD Yen may be better to trade if we're going to continue to short, but we have basically 7,700 is pretty much what I'm going to look for to hold and see if we can get a short from there. We'll have the 4-hour 55 coming down, but we're probably going to be shy of that still. For 7,700 to hold, we may spike through and hit that, and then if we close back down, potential short from there. New Zealand dollar versus US dollar, not as exciting looking as the other pairs, but I am going to look for price to hold around the 78.6 fib. You can see we have the super convergence zone forming 2 pivots and the 4-hour 55, which has been pretty good at holding price. US dollar versus the CAD, looks like it's still consolidating. I'm not too interested to trade this pair. It looks pretty messy. If we take a look at the daily, potentially we have a triangle forming, or even we have a couple different options there. Something in this area. So basically, we're still consolidating from a daily standpoint. We do have kind of a bottom area. We do have a bottom area around here, which kind of spiked through. That's 122, but we did spike all the way down last week to about 120, 125. So potentially we could look to long from one of those two areas, but I'd rather wait for more definitive movement on this pair. All right, US yen. This fib is from last month's low to most recent high, and it looks like we may be able to trade from the 50% fib, which is a little bit below. It's in between 122 and 122.50. Basically, we do have the daily 55 there. We've already bounced off of it once and started to close the gap. Just look for another move back down there for a long. All right, Euro USD. I'm going to look for a pullback into the daily 55 and look for price to hold below 111. So basically, pretty much like these candle formations, except in the opposite direction. You look for a wick up here, and then for a close below 111 for a short. And Euro Yen, which looks a little difficult. I would say that I'd like to see a pullback into the 137, 137.50 area, except that puts us back on the other side of the daily EMAs. However, of course, horizontal support and resistance is going to be more important in this case. So that 137 area does give us good horizontal support and resistance, and we could take a trade from there. We just have to be mindful of the daily 55 as we pull towards that. A bit more of a risky trade, probably has a pretty high chance of resulting in break even. But if we do break back below the EMAs, assuming we pull up that far, we can definitely look to target MS1, or at least 134. All right, that's it for me this week. Again, a lot of news going on this week, and holidays going to be pretty tough. So you look, definitely for the best entries you can find. Don't take anything that's going to be higher risk as far as your checklist goes, and make sure you're definitely managing your trades aggressively. Probably look for short trades this week. Not short as in direction, but short as in duration. All right, everybody have a good day or night.